Cornucopia.
Shop
Oh,
here.
the shop, yeah, Alcoa.
And then this, they say this is the best seller on the shop. Like this is €2.70. It's not cheap. I should eat from the top.
Wherever you want. This is Dan from Vagabond Buddha. I'm going to show you videos and pictures of Lisbon, Portugal, as I discuss why I believe it is a desirable place to consider retiring early. But don't write anything down as you listen. Everything I say is in writing at Vagabond Buddha with Google Map links. Just click the link and the notes below this YouTube video to get Retire Early in Lisbon. Lisbon livability factors, cost of living, facts and history, free Old Town walking tour, best day tours, best restaurants and experiences, the nightlife bar hopping tour, best and cheap places to stay, flights, buses and trains, and our best travel or retire cheap in paradise locations in the world. This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. This is my Retire Early in Lisbon guide. I've been traveling around the world since 2007. I have been to 65 countries so far. I work on my computer so I can live anywhere I please. Each place I visit, I collect data on the cost of living. I also determine a desirability level for living in each place, low, medium, or high. I will use this desirability and cost of living to decide where to retire internationally someday. My desire to retire early in Lisbon is high. I'm from California. My friends always ask me what to do and where to stay in each place. So I also share restaurants, day tours, accommodations, and how to get to each place. You can use the links at the top of the page to skip to your preferred topic. Please book using the links to flights, tours, and accommodations. You'll pay nothing extra, but will earn a small commission. That will encourage us to keep making these travel guides and videos for you. Okay, Lisbon, Portugal, livability factors. These are the factors I consider when ranking the desirability of living somewhere. Each factor can range from low to medium to high desirability. Walkability, high. Lisbon is very walkable. Plus it has a great public transportation. No cars needed to live here. Internet reliability. We had over 20 megabits per second in our internet speed in our Airbnb apartment, up and down. Food, medium. Lisbon has all the food choices you would expect in a European city of this size. The restaurant seemed a little pricey after a year in Mexico and South America, but the food quality and the prices are so great in the Lidl grocery stores. I'm ranking this as medium. Weather, high. August is the warmest month with an average high of 83 Fahrenheit, which is 28 Celsius. And it cools down at night to an average of 66 Fahrenheit or 19 Celsius. The moderate temperature and cool breezes from the Atlantic Ocean mean you may not need your AC on the average night, even in the warmest month. January is the coldest month with an average low of 47 Fahrenheit or 8 Celsius. And it warms in the day to an average of 59 Fahrenheit, which is 15 Celsius. The rainy season is October through January, when it rains 4 to 5 inches per month, which is 100 to 130 millimeters. The average low for the day is 50 Fahrenheit, 10 Celsius or higher for 9 months of the year, and the average high is under 85 Fahrenheit or 28 Celsius all year. So I'm labeling the weather desirability as high. Things to do, high. Lisbon's full of everything you would expect, and there's beautiful mountains nearby. So just about everything you could desire is here in terms of things to do. Social considerations, high. Lisbon has been discovered by the world, and so everyone lives there. Just about everything that you would desire in terms of social aspects is there also. expat penetration high. People from all over the world visit and live here. Real estate medium. It's a bit pricey, so I'm only ranking this medium. Depending on where you're coming from, this could be low if you're in an area with lower real estate prices, which I'll tell you more about in a minute. Okay, Lisbon desirability score. I would rank this overall high. I could see myself living here in Portugal. In some ways, it reminds me of San Francisco, which is near where I grew up. This was our first stop in Portugal. We have about another month in Portugal with 4 more stops. I'm curious and excited about exploring more of Portugal now. We head to a new place tomorrow. Are you curious where we will go next? If so, please subscribe to Vagabond Buddha or our YouTube channel, link provided. Lisbon, Portugal, cost of living. If you try to rent over the internet speaking only English, you'll not get the best prices. I guesstimate about $1,000 US for a decent 1-bedroom apartment in the Lisbon city central area. With utilities and internet, you'll spend about another $125 US or about $1,300 per month total. That would be a daily rate of about $43 US for your own apartment. This rate would not be available to you until you leased for 6 or more months, which you should not do until you have lived here for at least a few months. The following is just a range of possible costs. There's a table here. Again, all of this is on the webpage if you click the link below this YouTube video. So I'm just going to summarize it. The cost of living here for a backpacker type, all the way up to somebody who's staying in an Airbnb and doing some cooking at home. There's a range here. It's going to run you around $1,000 to $2,100 per month. The table at the webpage is just notes from my time here. The numbers are for one person and do not include alcohol, tours, or extras. By the way, I'm not guaranteeing these prices for everyone, and there's a link provided for you to understand how the table works. Okay, Lisbon, facts and history. I'm here now as I type these words. You can click on the below map and zoom into Lisbon. When I go to a new place, I like to read about it. The history of a place provides a great insight into its character. Here's what I found interesting when reading about Lisbon. Lisbon is the largest city in Portugal, with 600,000 within the city limits and 3 million within the metropolitan area. It's the 11th largest city in the EU. Lisbon's the capital of Portugal, and it's significant in finance, commerce, media, entertainment, arts, trade, education, politics, and tourism. Lisbon is the 9th most visited city in Europe, behind only Rome, Istanbul, Barcelona, Milan, Venice, Madrid, Florence, and Athens. Lisbon is the last of the top 9 that I've visited. This is my first time here. Lisbon International Airport serves 27 million passengers per year. 3.3 million of those are tourists. And Lisbon is the 4th highest gross earnings per capita in the world for cities at about 32,000 per capita. In terms of history, 800 BC, the Iron Age occupants of Lisbon were trading with Phoenicians when Celts from the north invaded. 200 BC, Lisbon was known as 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐵 when the Romans showed up. The Romans allied with 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐵 to push the Celts out. Thereafter, 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐵 leaders were given Roman citizenship and exempted from taxes to integrate 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐵 into the Roman Empire region of Lusitania. With 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐵 as an ally, Rome was able to take Hispania, or Spain, from Hannibal Lecter, Carthage in North Africa. The Romans built walls to protect Lisbon from piracy, and the region prospered as a trading post between the Mediterranean and Britannia, or Britain. In 500 AD, barbarians invaded after Rome fell. By then, 𝐂𝐓 had become a Christian religious center. A Germanic Suebi tribe controlled Lisbon until about 585 AD and called 𝐂𝐓 𝐿Isbona. In 711 AD, Lisbon was taken by Muslim forces from North Africa. The Muslims rebuilt the city and permitted the diverse population of Lisbon to maintain their diverse cultural lifestyle, with the official religion being Islamic. The Muslim influence is still visible in the Alfama district of Lisbon, which survived the 1755 9.0 earthquake. More on that later. In the 12th century, control of Lisbon was traded several times in the religious wars or crusades between Christians and Islamic forces. Lisbon finally remained under Christian control after it was taken by Afonso I of Portugal in 1147. Some Muslim residents converted to Christianity, and others fled Muslim Spain or North Africa. Portugal played a major role during the Age of Discovery, when the Americas were discovered and water trade routes were established worldwide, now known as globalization. Lisbon played a central role in the triangular slave trade, sending slaves from Africa to America, sugar from America to Europe, and alcohol, textiles, and spices to Africa and the Americas. The 16th and 17th centuries included a 60-year period when the monarchs of Spain and Portugal traded control of Portugal. Portugal won its permanent independence in 1668. In 1755, a 9.0 earthquake occurred, along with the resulting fires and tsunami. Lisbon was almost completely destroyed. The earthquake struck on the religious day of All Saints' Day. On that day, candles celebrating the holy day were burning inside all of the properties in the city. They were knocked over during the earthquake and started the whole city on fire. 85% of Lisbon's buildings were destroyed, and 50,000 people died. Lisbon was invaded by Napoleon of France, causing the Portuguese monarch to flee to Brazil temporarily. In 1908, Carlos I of Portugal was assassinated, which ended the monarch rule in Portugal. Since the end of the monarchy in Portugal, there have been 3 revolutions: 1910, 1926, and 1974. The revolution of 1974 ended the right-wing Estado Novo to create the Third Republic, which remains in power today. The 3 main groups in the Third Republic are the conservatives, the socialists, and the communists. Because the Third Republic is a democracy, Portugal was admitted into the EU in 1986. Next on the webpage is a Lisbon free Old Town walking tour and map, and a video where you can watch myself taking the tour and talking about each of the stops. Plus there's an interactive Google map. You just click on your smartphone to be guided. I won't tell you about all the details. I'll just quickly tell you the stops, so you can go to the webpage and watch the video if you're interested. The National Pantheon, St. George's Castle, St. Miguel's Church Square, Commercial Plaza, Mercado de Baixa, Church of São Domingos, National Theater, Santa Justa Lift, and the Convent of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Okay, best Lisbon day tours, guided tours. There's 2 tour companies I recommend, and I've recommended 3 tours from each company. Just click the link below this YouTube video to find my recommendations. If you are an adventurous sort, you should try one of my self-guided or cheap bastard tours. Best stops on Tram 28 Lisbon. There's a video and a map on the webpage, and also 5 things you must see in Belém. Again, a video and a map on the webpage, so you can take those tours without any trouble. Lisbon best restaurants, street food, and surprise experiences. After 4 months in Mexico, we were surprised how expensive restaurant food was in Lisbon. It can easily run you 12 euros for one entree at a neighborhood restaurant. It goes up from there for fine dining and specialty foods. Plus, it was raining the first few days we were in Lisbon, so we ended up cooking many of our own meals at home. That ended up saving a bunch of money. We won't mention anything unless we would go back there on our next visit. Okay, here's our pics. A Vagabond Buddhist kitchen. As I say, we stayed in an Airbnb apartment, see link below, in Lisbon that had kitchen privileges. 𝐂𝐻𝐈 and I cooked many meals. We were surprised how cheap the food was in Lisbon at this grocery store called Lidl, link provided. We even made and brought meals with us on day trips in order to save money on lunch. At Padaria Portuguesa, this place, link provided, this place had a delicious breakfast special for 250 euros per person. It included delicious homemade bread with a slice of cheese, an espresso shot, and a large glass of fresh squeezed orange juice. Once we tasted it, we went back for lunch or breakfast every day. The second one, Lisboa 2EU. This place had some great local food choices for cheap. 𝐂𝐻𝐈 had a large calamari dish for 6.5 euros. I had a nice rice and bean dish that you would find in Brazil for 4 euros. Beer and wine was 2 to 3 euros. This would be a nice place to eat lunch on your walking tour. It is between the castle and San Miguel Church in Alfama. Link provided. Lourenço, on the day of the tram 28 tour, we had breakfast here. It is at the Pleasure Cemetery stop. It costs 4 euros for 2 cups of coffee and 2 croissants. Finally, 𝐷𝐴𝐷𝐿. 𝐂𝐻𝐈 wanted me to mention the cherry brandy shot she had at this place for 1.4 euros. It is right outside the São Domingo Catholic Church on the above walking tour of Lisbon. Okay, Lisbon Nightlife, bar hopping, walking tour, and map. Here are the best areas to explore for Lisbon Nightlife. Just click the below map or this link on your smartphone to get started. After you click the link, just explore the 2-block area around the 2 spots to find the music that you enjoy most. Everyone enjoys a different sort of nightlife scene, so I'll let you design your own fun. Okay, Lisbon, best and cheap hotels. You should stay in the Old Town area of Lisbon if possible. I've made some recommendations here from most to least expensive depending on your budget. After that, I'll tell you where we stayed. There's a very nice apartment you can stay in here. It's on the expensive side, and then there's a moderate priced apartment, and then there's a hostel. Why are hostels so expensive? This is here in Lisbon. This one was a little cheaper when I checked than the others. Okay, links provided. Airbnb house share. This is where we stayed. The hosts here, Sergio and Evelina, are super nice people. We felt totally comfortable here. This is a large apartment share on Airbnb. We had our own bedroom, but we shared our bathroom, kitchen, and the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi was really fast. If you are new to Airbnb, use the code provided for a big discount. It's on the webpage. Lisbon, night flights, buses, and trains. In Portugal, Google Maps is getting pretty good at finding buses and trains to move around Portugal. 𝐼𝐸 is also a great resource. Links provided. You can also use Google Maps to find bus and subway stops around Lisbon. Lisbon International Airport. You can fly into Lisbon and take an Uber to your accommodations. It takes about 15 minutes to get to the Old Town area of Lisbon and costs 8 to 11 euros. We use that because we carry luggage. I have provided a list of 5 places to stay in Old Town Lisbon, see above. You can also use Google Maps to take a bus or metro from the airport to your accommodations if you have lighter luggage than we do. Okay, flights, international or domestic. I always use Skyscanner to book domestic and international flights. Link provided on the webpage. If you allow a range of dates to fly and return, you can sometimes save hundreds of dollars. Get a local SIM card for your smartphone when you land in Portugal. Get your phone unlocked before leaving your home country. Thanks for watching our video. contact us if you'd like to collaborate with us on social media. I started living internationally over 11 years ago. If you'd like to learn how to make money online or how to live internationally, possibly with less money than you spend at home, please subscribe to Vagabond Buddha, our YouTube channel, or get a free copy of my ebook. This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. Thank you for stopping by. The world is your home. What time will you be home for dinner?